You can see in this book impression, where it is only 3 exemplaries because you see this is oldest. The first story is here. Tourmaline miner, Anjanabona in Madagascar. This is the triangle, I would say. This is how we went there. Well, some impressions, no? This is the working in the we used to compressors. This was my little hut where I was living. This is a vein. This is in comparison with the hammer. This you see. Also, you see here the pegmatites. Geologists can explain you immediately. The pegmatite is going up here, and here in the pegmatite we found the tourmaline. Here you see still the area is almost virgin, I would say. Nowadays it looks different. People living there, but not living at my mine, living on the street. We found big. This stone was 50 kilos. These are my workers. Being a German, when I said every morning that was RTBs there. I said we make an appel. We say all the workers had to stay in line, and all the workers, when they were working, had a uniform, not like this, and had to show the tools they used if the tools were in order. Hoe and shovel and everything had to be clean and everything, and then they went up to the mine 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. If they had not the right tools, they could not go. They got new tools, which were working tools. You see, this was on one of my prospectings to the mine there. You see, we went like this. We with porters. Here you see under here. Here you see how we found the aquamarine in Maritzo. We had 28 pieces. I am sitting on the stones. This is the pocket. This is RTBs. This is Julinho. How old was I? Thomas was not born. 50 years back. This is, where is one of the photos you see here, the same photo. This is one of that was at the beginning, at the mine. This is a Malgache who works here. Here I was living in this hut. This was my hotel. When I came to the mine, this was an abandoned place in 1910. It looked like this. And I went there with RTBs, and you have to have courage to go there. And he said, Mr. Petsch, they just run away. You see already outcrops. We continue. And then we continued. We like it, like in the old Egypt made their mine, you see. That was the area. You see here we had these little cars to bring the rest down. You see, still from that mine, look how young I was. This was RTBs. Of course, the photos were not so good then today. We opened it up, and inside all aquamarine. This is, of course, the road. Sometimes it was underwater, and it was sand, and the car go deeper and deeper. I remember this photo was made. We didn't get it out anymore. So we went to the next village. They had these cows, oxen. We put 6 in front, and they pulled the car out. This is on the way. This was on the way to the emeralds. This is so from the little village, how they lived there. They still do live the same today. This stone is now at home, which is it's already sold. This was my bed, and here my candle, and here my aquamarine around. RTBs. This afterward the product hammered in my establishment. I sold 10 years. And this is on the way. This is a little street, and the Malgache, how they travel. And then this is Thomas Petsch, my son, almost 1 year old at that time when the stones came here. This is on the market. And this is the emerald Modafen here. The people here are washing the rest, how you call it, the gravel, washing the gravel from the mine in this little river, and still took out small emeralds because they couldn't find them. And here they are working in the mica where they found the stones. This is one specimen with Madagascar. big one, still existing. This is, here they are in Morafeen working in the ditch, in the vein, taking out the emeralds. This is later on a photo from aerial photo. Here, they later on invested in big machinery. These are the boys there. And then, because it was made for my wife, I did not know that. She put a bit from Brazil. This is in Brazil, in Araçuaí, on a tourmaline place. And this is some agates in Rio Grande do Sul. And this is some tinsmiths on the way. And this is an agate. This she made to please me, you see. And this is a garimpero, German, Italian origin in Rio Grande do Sul, digging for agates. These are some garimperos in Araçuaí again. Here, this is the big occurrence, the whole here of the Kunzheit in San Jose de Zafiras. At the beginning, this gentleman was my friend. I shot him later on. Nice shot, right at the head. This was the beginning.
What?
Yes. They shot him, not me. I will tell you why not me. And this is the beginning of this big Kunzheit mine. And this is the daughter of Leon Kraft, where Professor Leon Kraft asked this lady here, her father. And this we are still at the aquamarine mine, sorting some stones. This is our trade fair in Munich, and this guy you know, this is in Ojua. This is some picture just to remember here, this one. I was a partner of mine until a year back in a tourmaline mine. They are mostly bicolors. It is not like a real book, but it gives some ideas. He was one of the owners in the tourmaline mine near Valadares. How is the name? Not San Jose, but near Cruzeiro. He was in the Cruzeiro, and he had always quarreled with people. And he had a jeep and always a red cap. And one day I wanted to go to Cruzeiro. He said, they called me Allemand, Deutscher. I said, I want to go to Cruzeiro. He said, I have no time, you go. I took his jeep, I put his red cap, I went to the Cruzeiro mine, I bought some stones, I came back. Next day, he went himself to the mine with the same jeep, with the same head, and poof, they shot him in the head during trial.
Why?
Machadon, he said. Why? Because he had always quarreled, and in Brazil at that times, they resolved it very often in such a way, you see. Imagine, the day before I was the same jeep, the same cap, but how can you see my face when you are in a jeep like this? And the next day, poof, they shot him, Machadon. He was with me. What can you do? That's this artistic adventure. And I never was afraid of anything. Not that I then say I never go anymore there.